Hey there, Northwest. I'm Abby Marks.
And I'm Allison Russell, and welcome back to Cougar Roundup. Hey Abby, did you get nominated for homecoming court?
No, but I wonder what that would be like.
Let's turn it to Tate to see what it's like to be on homecoming court this year.
When I first found out I was a nominee, I felt a little bit honored. I was like, surprised.
I found out I was like sitting in my kitchen and my sister was like on school at the same time, like in the other room, so I couldn't like be loud, but I was like screaming in my head.
I was surprised. I was really excited, but it was surprising to me. It was a big honor to know that my fellow students respected me in that way.
I felt excited about it. I thought it'd be a fun experience.
I was pretty surprised. Like, I was surprised when I found out I was like nominated, but then I was like even more surprised when I saw I actually got into the final 10.
Felt really excited because I honestly didn't know if I was going to make it or not, and I just felt really honored that I could be a part of the homecoming court process.
I think with all the changes, it's definitely like it had to happen. I think having all of the measures with coronavirus, like I think it was something that was inevitable.
The changes are tough. Obviously, it's a bummer to not have a parade or a dance, which is kind of and even the assembly. Like those are like the most fun parts of the homecoming week.
Personally, I don't really like the changes that are made to court because of coronavirus, but I feel like they're kind of needed.
I understand them and like I respect all the changes because it's just safer. I don't think it's fair that we have to wear masks when we're standing only with our parents.
My opinion on the changes about what's going on, as much as we want it all to be normal and everything, we just have to come to the realization that it can't be like that, and we have to deal with what we can't get.
The crowning means to me, I think that you are if you are someone who ends up being crowned, that you're someone who people look up to and people respect.
It's a fun way to show, like, whoever wins, I think it's a good way to show how they've affected like Northwest as a community.
I've always looked at all the nominees in previous years, and like I've always looked up to them, and like they were really cool people and everything, so to me it's really special to be a part of that.
My fellow nominees are awesome. I feel like everybody's so deserving of being on court.
Oh my god, I love them all. I love them all. I'm so glad that everyone on court is like people that I like it makes it such a good group.
I think they're all great, and they're obviously nominated for a reason. Everybody likes them a lot, and they're just really nice people.
And so I'm still appreciative that we even still had a homecoming court and still can walk and stuff. So
I'm just grateful to be able to have like a court and a crowning anyways.
Going through something like this, and I think we're lucky that we even get to still have court, because I know a lot of schools aren't doing anything in person.
At least we get to do the crowning and all that, so that is definitely a good positive, and it's in these times we have to be appreciative of whatever we can get, and I'm thankful that we have at least this.
Dang, everyone on court is so nice. I wonder who won.
Let's roll the clips.
Your 2020 second runner-up is AJ Mikhaila. Is Ella Kafour. First runner-up is Colby Johnston. Is Lauren Sanders. 2020 Homecoming King is Ty Black. 2020 Homecoming Queen is Samantha Mudgett.
Hey Allison, did you see that awesome virtual homecoming assembly?
Yeah, it was so cool. It must have taken so much work.
Let's see what it took to make it.
So the main thing Spirit Club did this year for the homecoming virtual assembly is we put together a virtual assembly video. And so that consisted of all the sports clubs, the band.
We are trying to make it look as traditional as it normally would have been, because we miss assemblies. Assemblies are always so hyped. Like, that's what Northwest's pride is on, is how much spirit we have. And so we wanted to make it as traditional as possible.
So all of Spirit Club and I had to get together. We had to film transitions. Like, the footage that we had was already edited. So I was very thankful for people that could edit like their sport or their club. So my role was the main editor. All the clubs and sports filmed their own things separately, and then they sent them to me, and some of them had them edited, or I had to edit some of them, and so that's what that looked like.
With normal assemblies, you can just go track the person down and be like, yo, you want to perform, have this done, and then there's a rehearsal and everything.
Okay, I spent a really long time, probably at least 10 to 15 hours editing the video.
It's frustrating when people don't understand how much work and time goes into editing videos and getting everything, and how much communication takes in.
The main struggle for me was being able to reach out to the different clubs and sports to almost get their videos in. So I think the main thing with the virtual assembly is that we wanted to keep it almost the same as a normal assembly that we would have had in school.
I think that just trying to make a new kind of normal for everyone was really important to both me and Matt.
Hey Abby, why are you so sad?
I just miss my teachers and being at school.
Let's check in with Grace to see how teachers are adapting to teaching online.
I think the philosophy that I used from the beginning was that I really wanted to try to take as much of the classroom experience and put it online as possible. I don't want students to miss out, and I don't want students to have to sit and just feel like they're teaching themselves. So I've tried pretty much everything I would have done in a normal class period, we've found a way to do online. Honestly, having all the students on mute is just, it's almost deafening. In the classroom, you ask a question and sometimes students aren't sure if they have the right answer, and so they'll just kind of mumble it under their breath. But as a teacher, you can hear that and you can be like, yes, say that again, like let's elaborate. And then students will pop in and they'll ask questions and they'll say things or say their opinion. But now everybody's on mute, and so if they do that, you can't hear it. I'm excited for the noise. I'm excited to hear students and be able to interact with them in real time. To be honest, I'm a little nervous about COVID. My mom passed away a few years ago from a respiratory illness. It wasn't COVID, but she was on a ventilator, and losing my mom that way was the most traumatic experience of my life. And so I think that makes me a little bit more cautious when it comes to COVID. But I know that the school is taking as much precaution as they can, and I'm very reassured by that. But I'm also worried that when we're in hybrid, students are gonna be on their own for half the week. And it's gonna take some stepping up, and it's gonna take a kind of shift in the way of thinking from all of us.
Well, first of all, for me, teaching online has been completely different than teaching in person, because CCC, as a community service class in person, our students were coming into my classroom, checking in, and going and volunteering during the school day outside of the school in elementary schools. And so that in and of itself is a huge difference. We're obviously not doing that during online learning. And so going to online school, I've had to completely develop a service learning curriculum. But online teaching is interesting because we're really trying to be conscientious about being online with students for 30 to 45 minutes, so we have that face-to-face, we have that interaction, but we're also giving time during a block day for students to be able to step away from their computers or be working on something independently that doesn't involve them being actively engaged in a WebEx session. I definitely miss seeing students. I miss hugs. I miss just that interaction that you have with students where they can come talk with you about exciting things that are happening or sad things that are happening. I miss that. My biggest worry about remote learning is that students aren't engaging, and it's not all of them. I mean, I think I have been surprised, but I think most teachers, if you ask most teachers, they would say that they just miss those in-person interactions with kids that we have, that we love so much. That's why we're teachers. That's why we're in this profession.
Did you catch the football stream on Friday?
I sure did. On an unrelated note, I owe my dad $11. Let's take a look at the recap of the football game.
What's up, Northwest? It's Zell Nash here with KUGR, here to bring you the first football recap of the year. Now, let's see how Ty Black and our boys did against Shawnee Mission South on Friday night. Play that recap. Looks like the Cougars had yet again another dominant game against the Shawnee Mission South Raiders, winning 49-26, making their record 3-1. And it looks like that's all the time they gave me for this recap, and hope everyone has a wonderful day, and Zell out of here.
Hey Allison, did you hear that the girls varsity volleyball team is 20-0?
No, that's so good.
Let's check it out.
The Shawnee Mission Northwest girls volleyball team is still undefeated after coming off an elite victory over Lawrence Freesting. Let's see why this Lady Cougar team is 21-0.
Again on the track.
Yeah, so being 20-0 so far, it's been, I think the one thing that's made us successful is we all really care about each other, and we just are a team, we're a family, and we play as one.
I think we've been really successful this season because we have the same core group of girls that we had last season, so it's kind of just building on that, and we work hard every day when we come into practice, and we kind of have a mentality that anyone can take our wins away from us, which I think has just made us appreciate the wins even more.
Senior year, it's the last time I'm going to be representing Northwest, so it means a lot to me. Coming through a Northwest family, so I'm the last one to be a Northwest Cougar, and it's just really special to be here one more year.
Yeah, I think we could definitely bring home a championship this year. So far we're 20-0, which is great. We've got lots more work to do, but we're definitely better than we were last year. And if we keep getting better every day, and we kind of have the mentality that I guess no one can beat us in a humble way, then I think we could definitely be first.
All right, that's all we got for today.
We'll see you next week for another edition of Cougar Roundup.